Hey everybody, it's Aaronator here, and we have our 17th episode of our Vancouver Canucks GM mode commentary here on the PS4, guys. In the last episode, we went and started the season, the 2018-19 season. The only reason I was able to say that was because I looked in the top left corner. Anyways, guys, we're going to start hopefully winning some more games. We're 16-15-5, as you can see on the screen, 5th in our division. Still a couple points back of a playoff position, but not too many. Like, I believe, if I'm correct, we're like, yeah, you notice it's pretty tight in our division this year, it seems. Only San Jose is really running off right now a bit, but well, we really need to start stepping it up and making sure that we get these key wins. So, like, our next game, if you didn't notice on the screen, is against Anaheim. If we get a win here, we're basically, I guess, tied for them in points. So, I mean, exact same record is what we would have. And what I decided, guys, is for us to win this game, I definitely want to put in the goalie who's playing better lately, and it has been Demko, even though we traded for Matt Murray last episode. So, by the way, I did say that we traded for Matt Murray. If you guys didn't check out last episode, go check it out, because there was a massive trade and more. And so this is what it's come up to. So we're going to see if we can get some more wins. I turned off auto-rotates goalies. We're going to try, and I'm going to try doing, I guess, the strategy of some other guys in GM. Maybe it was just Superman that I noticed doing it, but I know he was one of the people that had done this occasionally when he wanted to get someone to win. So what I did, or what I've decided to do, is I'm gonna give myself like a two-loss ratio. Basically, you lose 2 of your games, and I'm gonna switch goalies. We'll see if how that works out. If we start losing all of our games, then I'll just go back to rotates goalies, because at least we were 500 then. So hopefully the strategy works. We have some divisional games. San Jose, who's up in the Pacific Division, as well as Anaheim, we're right on their tail. So we gotta get, especially the game against Anaheim, we gotta get a win. That will be really important. And then another couple tough opponents in Nashville and Pittsburgh, and we'll see how it works out. So we'll play the next 2 games and see how Demko does. The game against Anaheim, we are going to come out with a 6-3 victory. Very nice. A game against San Jose, we're going to come out with a 2-1 victory. So that's very nice. We were able to get 2 wins there back-to-back against Pacific Division opponents. And now Nashville, who is a strong team, but you know what? We got to face off against strong teams in the playoffs. Might as well try beating them now, at least so we can make it there. And we're going to come out with a 5-3 victory. Game against Pittsburgh, we will do that after scouting. I didn't quite check out any players because I noticed that it's either at the very beginning of the season or near the end of the season that they start showing the top 10 or top 5 potential things, or franchise if they're that good. The Sim Liga, we're going to do forwards for 3 weeks. Game against Pittsburgh, we come up with a 5-4 victory. Demko's getting scored on quite a few times here. I noticed that we let in 4 or so that last game, but yeah. Barchi, I don't think you can let your level of skill drop. I didn't actually mean to do that, but hopefully it helps. Mateau and Hutton are doing very well. Demko and VC and Horvat. If we could name goalies or as captains or assistant captains, I would give. I'd definitely give him probably an assistant captaincy if he was our starter. Because I mean, I wonder if giving a captaincy or an assistant captaincy to a leader is a good thing. I'm not sure, but I mean, right now at least it seems that guys like VC, even VC's got some good defensive stats. VC, Horvat, and mainly I want to say Barchi. That first line with Barchi and VC seems to be just running on all cylinders lately. So let's see. Ottawa, a bit of a struggling team. This would be nice to take advantage of that and get a win, especially against the game as Minnesota as well. But can we get the victory with Demko on a 4-game winning streak? And he will get a shootout loss. So he has given us a 4-0-1 record. We'll see if he can continue on his game streak against Minnesota, and he will lose that next game. So he clearly, obviously, as a backup, won't necessarily be able to play he definitely won't be able to play so many games in a row. Seems the team is on a roll lately. We have to keep it up. I definitely agree with that, Bairucci. That's definitely something we need to do, is we need to continue to keep up these points and wins. So we're fourth in the division. It's really close behind Anaheim. We only have 1 point advantage up on them, but we're also catching up on, actually we're tied with LA because of the shootout and overtime losses. So what I'm going to do, obviously, is we're going to switch goalies. I noticed some people, I mean, just from comments on stuff, people saying that they wish that it was possible to have a thing where you could just like click during the games, and so you could switch the goalies by like just pressing a button that doesn't usually have a use. Like right now, triangle has a use to go to today, but how about square? Square doesn't seem to have much info. So what you could do is if you press square, then you could rotate your goalies. That was something I just heard a long time ago when I was even more into GM mode. I mean, I'm still a big GM mode guy, but yeah. So game against Tampa Bay, they seem to be a decent team around the same level as us. Let's see if we can get a win with Matt Murray in the net. He's going to start off with a 2-1 loss, so we played pretty well. If he gets another loss, I'm gonna give him 2 more games, at least 3 games, because he is our starting goalie, and he did only let in 2 goals, unless he gets destroyed in this game. We'll see. Game against Colorado, divisional opponent, conference opponent, and we get a 4-1 victory. Game against Buffalo and Tampa Bay again. I'm gonna go 2 games in a row for this. Buffalo. Matt Murray's going to come out with a 2-1 loss. Can he bounce back with another win, please? I would very much appreciate that. Game against Tampa, we get a shootout loss. So we're going to put back in Demko in the game against New Jersey, who's a tough team. So it makes sense we want to put in the goalie who has been playing better lately, and that would be Demko. I don't see... I'm really hoping... Like, that win streak was nice, but we did get a couple losses afterwards. So I'm wondering if there's anything that we can do to help this team get back on track. We got some guys who are minuses and some guys who are pluses. Let's try. What's the fourth line like? -11. Yeah. Okay, so it's not doing great. Martin Osmick is a depth forward, and Bozak is a third line checking forward. So you know what? We're gonna put Bozak on the left side, and we'll put Osmick on the. Let Uher play center and Osmick on the wing. So we'll see how that works out, maybe putting them more in their roles. Maybe Bozak will get a bit of a boost, and maybe the team can perform a bit better. On defense, -13, -17. I noticed someone said that our defense is struggling, especially in our top 6. Our bottom defensemen, Liljegren and Triumkin, are doing pretty solid, but I would like to see if we can change this. What I'm going to do, this isn't the greatest idea, but I'm going to try putting Edler and Hutton together, and then Tanev and Goodbranson on the bottom line, or at least right here. So it looks like Goodbranson won't be growing anymore. He seems to be an 86, not too bad. Nice physical presence and in him. So Demko will be starting, and we're going to hope that these line changes can maybe make a difference. Edler and Hutton, I just combine them, have been playing decently on the power play, it seems. So maybe that can help us if they play together. Obviously, we're going to be simming back past the All-Star break. After this, we lose 3-2 in overtime to New Jersey. And probably Schneider's probably still there. I'd assume he probably hasn't dropped off that much. Game against Winnipeg, they're 23-16-7. We are, a couple points behind them. So this is a big game, especially since they're in the same conference. So let's see if we can get a win. Demko, can you step up for us? Offense help them out? No, we get a point, but that's not going to help, especially because they're going to gain a point on us. So I'm going to give Demko one more game. Game against Montreal. They're a pretty tough team. Let's see if he can get us a win. And we are going to come out with a 4-3 loss. That's unfortunate. Okay, so our team is now going back to the way it was, 500, which is really not nice. Rodin, I'm not getting the ice time I feel I deserve in this organization. You're not a third liner. You're an AHL player. You'd be lucky to be a depth player right now. I can see, prove to me you deserve. I'm not doing it. I can see the point you're making. I mean, he isn't playing at all, and our team is struggling now. Top teams require top effort, but not necessarily these same words, but that kind of mindset. It doesn't matter necessarily where the team is in the standings, Vancouver's lost to Buffalo and Toronto and Edmonton before. Tougher teams have lost to them, to lesser teams below them. So let's see if we can hope that that helps us out. Hutton is just going to not like that, and that's it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to try and run with Murray just for now and see how that works out. Murray, I'll leave Bozak and all those guys to play there. And what are we going to do? You know what? I'm going to move Hansen. I can get a grittier second line and then a more offensive third line. See how that works out. Probably won't be the greatest, but what are you going to do? Because we've had some minuses here, I'm going to move Bozak to center on the fourth line, and then we're going to put Roden in exchange for Uher. Give Roden the chance on the left wing there, see what happens. Maybe he can provide some offense. So I'll put him on the third line right wing with Osmick and Castles, see what happens. Hansen, Bozak, Dorsett. We'll see how that works out. I'm going to move back Tanev back there as the top defenseman. And Murray and Demko. So we'll see what happens if we give Roden some time. Maybe he can come away and get some points and help our teams win. So sorry for the interruption, guys. I sort of just I got hockey in a bit, so I gotta speed this up, but not too much. It's okay. We still got a bit of time, so let's. I think we're gonna probably sim to the trade deadline. Probably that's the plan, and then we'll decide how our record is and where we fit in the standings if we can make a move. Maybe we'll make a move earlier, but I haven't pre-scouted too many trades. I did look around, but there's still not much that we can necessarily go off of. We have to wait till some teams are willing to give up some pending UFAs, maybe top-end forwards, or maybe even defense. So we'll see. Game against San Jose, this will help us in the long run if we can get these 2 wins against San Jose and Arizona. I really do hope this can happen. So we are going to sim up, and Matt Murray, you can just take the next 5 games. Just go play out there. Get a win. There you go, 5-4. Let's see. We're going to go with there's some Russian players, so let's go Russia forwards, and then maybe we'll go back to Russia defensemen. Arizona, we get a loss. That's unfortunate. Columbus, you come out with a 3-0 victory. Not too bad. Good for Murray. He seems to be on a roll those last 2 games. Even the Arizona loss wasn't that bad, but then he falters. Stop the sim. And you know what? We'll let him have the game against Philadelphia. And he comes out with a 1-0 shutout. So you know what? I'm going to keep him in the net. Pittsburgh, a really top team. He's going to have to step up against his former team. I just thought of that. So you know what? Let's see what happens. How will Matt Murray do against his former team? He will come out with a 4-2 victory. Not too shabby. He seems to be playing pretty solid lately. So hopefully we can continue this winning streak of 2 games and turn it into something. So Toronto, another top team, and Boston as well, and then Dallas, and we'll keep on going with that. But we'll just take it a game at a time. In Toronto, Matt Murray, how will he play? He'll get a 6-1 victory. Thanks, offense. I very much appreciate that. Boston, another top team. Let's see how he does. And we are going to come out with a shootout win, 2-1. There you go. That's really clutch. We're just on fire right now. Thank you so much. Game against Dallas, top team, and we get a shootout loss. So we're all good for them. VC, you know, I have to admit I'm thrilled with my playing time lately. You know what? I'm just gonna agree with him. Great. Hope you can run with it. Look at that ice time, individual performance. He seems to be like, I love this cap. 4 years at $4 million. 27 goals. This guy is a clutch player, guys. I like, you gotta agree. Game against Florida, more of a bottom-ish end team, not really, but I think this would be a good spot. We are in a wildcard spot. I just noticed from the little sign there. Murray is playing really well, but we're gonna give Demko a start, especially against the Eastern Conference team and at home. So the fans got the fan support for him to start performing, and maybe we can get a solid tandem battle with some wins here. I wouldn't mind that. Florida, and come out with a 2-1 loss. So they were a bit of a struggling team, but this is where it's going to matter a lot. If he gets another loss, I will hand it back to Murray for the game against Edmonton. Winnipeg, Demko, just focus on your play, and I know you can step back up. Come on. your leader on this dressing room. Game against Winnipeg, 5-1 loss. I guess he doesn't feel the same way necessarily. I'll hold the team meeting. We will do that after, but right now we definitely need to put in Murray. Murray has started to step up for us, and we need to take advantage of that. 87 overall. Unfortunately, he lost his little morale boost, so what are you going to do? Let's see. Jimmy VC. Locker room is really a place I'm enjoying being lately. It's like a second family. If you apply yourself, happy to hear that. I still expect... Makes me happy to hear, okay? There you go. No effect. Even I have to admit our team is performing well lately. -9. You and the team have been doing well lately, no doubt. But I know you still can. You guys can, if you help out Hutton, I think this whole team can get on the same page and we can start binding some wins together. Positive effect. And I will hold the team meeting against Edmonton. It's really there hasn't been much activity here. So tough challenges are nothing new in this league. They are a good team, but a tough game. We have to rise to the occasion. We have to rise to the occasion knowing that this is a divisional matchup and it's a tough team. So we got to go and hopefully get some good morale. I don't know. We'll have to see. As long as we get the win, it should be good. Game against Edmonton. Top teams require tough effort, boys. Let's see if we can get the win. Game against Edmonton, 5-3 victory. There you go, divisional victory. Let's see, Russian defenseman I said before. They got 9 defensemen there, so we'll go 3 weeks. Game against Winnipeg. Our AHL seems to be struggling, but you know what? At this point, it's not like I don't care. But right now our NHL team is doing well, so we gotta hopefully continue on this streak. So Winnipeg, let's get a win here. In Winnipeg, we get a 3-0 loss. That's not what I was hoping for. Game against Colorado, 27-25 and 10, or that 3 I think, or something. We had the 10 shootout losses or overtime losses, and I really like to get a win here, guys. If we could be 5 games up. And this is going to matter a lot. If they win in regulation, then they're going to be tied with us for points. So, guys, this could mean a lot. We got to get a win here. Matt Murray, step up. Let's see what you can do. Offense, game against Colorado, 4-3 victory. We get a point up on them. That's very, very important. You never know when that could come in handy. Apparently, we need a starting and a backup goalie because we don't have Demko and Murray. But now... we're going to leave our trading block. We're going to sim right up to the day. Some trades may have happened. I will double check that and maybe see what has happened. I'll do that morale in a second there. Player morale, player pick and trading. Zuccarello heads to the Kings. Get a first-round pick, a second-round pick in a bit. Lupul for Ramo. Levin for Schwartz. Oh my gosh. Laterra and Schwartz go to the Western Conference on the San Jose Sharks. Florida acquired Brian Elliott from Arizona in exchange for Nick Bonino. Let's see. Yurko heads over to New Jersey. Derek Brassard heads to New Jersey. And so with Arizona losing a goalie, that should help us. I mean, Nick Bonino's a good center, but I don't think they had a lot. They had a decent amount of centers when I checked. Elliott is going to obviously boost them down a bit, so hopefully that means we can help up. But San Jose adding Schwartz and Laterra, that could be big. And then the Kings adding something. So with the Kings especially adding to their team, does that mean that we need to add to our team? You look at this. We're 4 points back on them, unfortunately. Western Conference, and that's how far we are from just the playoffs. 4 points away, guys. With the Kings and the Sharks making deals, and possibly a couple more to come, I think we may need to make a move. So let's go and check our player stats. Goals, we got Besser with 27 goals. Same with VC. Very nice from those two. Barchi got 19. Sutter, Horvat each got 11. Mateau, Edler, and Osmic each got 10. And points, you got 53 for Barchi, 51 for VC, 50 for Besser, 43 for Sutter, 39 Mateau. Horvat's got 37. Edler 29, Osmic 28, Castles 27, and so on and so forth. Liljegren, best plus-minus player on the team. Hopefully that can lead to him becoming a very good defenseman. I actually want to show you guys in a bit, speaking of defensemen. As for plus-minus with minuses, Uher, the guy who was taken out of our lineup, is our biggest minus. So maybe we want to keep him out of the lineup. We'll see. Bozak, Tanev, Goodbranson, Dorsett, Hutton, Horvat, Edler, VC, Hansen, Mateau, Rodin. So we want to add a top 6 addition. Guys like Hansen can obviously move to the 4th line being grinders. I know you guys said move Hansen and Sutter, but I mean, especially, Hansen is an 86 right now. Obviously that can and possibly will move down. Let's see, Murray's got solid stats, Demko as well. Maybe an improvement on our defense. I don't know. Getting a really good defenseman and putting a guy like Goodbranson on the top 6, or, I mean, because our offense is stellar, or adding a centerman. So I will check and see what there is for the stuff. Just I'll check and see what we could make for trade block. Well, who's on the trading block? That's what I'm trying to say. Offense, we have slowed down a bit, it seems, but goals against, have we improved? It seems like we are still struggling quite a bit, as we are 6th worst in the league. That's kind of unfortunate. Power play has slowed down a bit as well, being about middle of the pack at around 17%. Time shorthanded. It's in the middle of the league. We're not taking an enormous amount of penalties. Penalty kills, 2nd best in the league. So our offense and our penalty kills really helping out because Barchi's playing. I think Barchi's one of the real reasons that we're doing so well, guys. I think and hope you guys agree. If we want to do anything, I would do this. And, like, let's see. Castles would be 3rd line center. Sutter would move to the left wing. We could obviously move a guy like Osmick down to the 4th line, Horvat to the 2nd line, and add a top line center. And then how does that look? That looks a bit better. And you can always switch Rodin and Hansen and stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys what we could do. I will show you guys names, and you guys can let me know what names. As for goalies, I think obviously our goalies seems to be okay. Our defense could be made better. At this point, guys, a guy like Edler, if we want to trade him, we have to trade him now. Or if we want to go and see how we can make the playoffs. He's got 1 year left, guys. So if we're going to trade him, he's going to go now. If not, I mean, let me know. At this point, if we're going to be a playoff team, I'd just keep him, even if you need to move him down, or if we move Goodbranson down, or move Triamkin in order to get a better defenseman. I don't know. I mean, our defense seems to be okay. We don't have a top-end defenseman, obviously. If we had depth at defense, maybe that would help, because our defense is a bit of a problem right now. We could improve our power play, let you know what you think for lines, anything like that. And we're at 24 minutes almost. 23, 24. I will do that morale in a second. I don't want to spend too much time. What the heck? Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Boys, I understand that would never happen and that they would never want to trade a guy like that, but he's on the block. Wow. You know, I wouldn't do that. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? No. They have too much. They wouldn't do that. I mean, you guys could let me know. Talk about realism. They have a lot of guys that they need to sign. Ekman-Larsson be one of them. If you want to, like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Ekman-Larsson. Puljujärvi? What the heck? Andrew Ladd? Oh my gosh. This is insanity. Oh my gosh. Puljujärvi, he hasn't been too happy lately. I was hoping that being not very happy in a team like Columbus, that his trade value would go down with his overall going down. But he's a 2nd line forward. We could use him as the future, or the playmaker. Ladd, you could bring in Andrew Ladd. I'd probably bring in Puljujärvi, but Puljujärvi, the Super Swedes, Ekman-Larsson, Giordano, guys. We could get Giordano. I should really just start searching by this. I better check every team. We don't really need to check goalies. If it's a big goalie, obviously, we will know about it. Neal, that was the 1st overall pick last year. Tuukka Rask, the goalie. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Anaheim, nope, nothing there. Ekman-Larsson, Giordano, Puljujärvi, Ladd. Let's go to Colorado. Overall, nothing there. Dallas, nothing. Detroit got some players, but more depth. If you guys think we need more depth to improve on. Prospects, Florida, We got some prospects, depth. LA, nothing too much there. Ty Ronning was there. Alex Tuck, a younger power forward, third line scoring forward. Brings some offense and physicality, minus 15. 24 goals, though. That might be not bad for the third line. He's a third line scoring forward, whatever you guys think. A Tuck, a power forward in Tuck might be nice, especially if Hansen's going to be retiring soon or if we're going to move him. Popigev, high elite. If you want to miss the playoffs, you could package a guy like Edler and stuff for Popigev. Tokarski, if you want a elite goalie. Lodnia, and a high elite sniper, I believe. Boychuk, a defensive-minded defenseman. Keith Yan, a lot of defensemen available, guys. We could go for... Are you serious? Get the heck out of here with these super Swedes. Erik Karlsson. Oh my gosh. That's insanity. Oh my gosh. Erik Karlsson, guys. We could trade for Erik Karlsson. What the heck? I'd be okay with Ekman Larsson, I think, because then Ekman Larsson, slightly younger to play with Liljegren, the super Swede defenseman. Foot. Oh, and I also wanted to show you. You know that defenseman that we could have traded for? Guess what? 88 overall high franchise. Darn it. I could have got this guy. But you know what? Liljegren, the way his stats are going, I wouldn't be surprised if he moved to a franchise defenseman. He just needs to continue to get better, obviously. But, oh man, there's so much. So many players. Because they're on one-way deals. These teams that would never trade them. The only reason that they're on the block is because their surplus says pending UFAs. They probably, like, it just, oh my gosh. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't think I'd trade for those guys, but I mean, you guys can let me know. There's quite a few players. Oh my gosh. There's lots of defensemen. There's a couple forward options. Columbus got some forwards. Morale, let's check it out quick. Jimmy Vesey, as a ball is late. Doesn't change every... well, thanks a lot. I'm just going to appreciate it. No effects. That's okay. I'm going to go check out the edit lines quickly for you guys. And I'm going to end it off in the edit lines. I don't usually end it off in places like this, but you know what? I want to do it now because this is going to be... Guys, if we want to make the playoffs, we could do it. We have a lot of pieces we could do to trade for even the future. We could still trade for a guy like Ekman Larsson or Karlsson or Puljujärvi if we want a younger right wing that is arguably going to be an elite player. You could move Besser because he is still a third-line scorer. You could put in the second liner and look at that right wing. I mean... There's not much you can do wrong. We have lots of great players, but guys, it's up to you. There's not many centers, obviously. We could use a center. I can do my due diligence, and I will, to look and see if there's any centers that make sense for us, but otherwise, that'll be it. Obviously, we can also, if a guy like Andrew Ladd has decent faceoffs, or if any other winger has decent faceoffs that are on the block, I can move them to wing, or any of these guys, but I don't think so. 60, 60, and 60, so... I mean, you guys can let me know. Either way, there's our forwards. There's our defense. There's our goalie. Guys, I'd like to make the playoffs. I hope you guys feel the same way. And I'd like to know, what do we have to do to make it there? Anyways, guys, I'm going to end it off there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you guys in the next one.